Hey guys, Steve Clayton here, and it is the day after Christmas as we all try and dig out from the holiday cheer. I know I'm pretty exhausted, but it was wonderful. So here we are, day two of our 12 days of Christmas giveaway, and what I want to talk about today, and again, very quickly, I promise, is attitude. I think that one of the most important things that will determine success for an entrepreneur is having the right attitude. And if you do not have the right attitude, you need to have a paradigm shift, which is a cliche at this point. But what do I really mean by that? Let me tell you a quick little story, an anecdote that is often attributed to Winston Churchill, although there is some disagreement on that, but for our purposes, it doesn't really matter. So the story goes something like this. Winston Churchill was at a party, and he went over to a very attractive woman, a lady, at this very classy party, and he said to the woman, "Excuse me, miss, I'd like to know, would you spend the night with me for £10,000? And she looked at Mr. Churchill and said, "Oh, well, £10,000, that's a lot of money. Of course I'd spend the night with you for £10,000. So Winston Churchill thought for a moment and said, "Well, madam, would you spend the night with me for £1? And she looked at Winston Churchill and said, "Why, Mr. Churchill, what kind of a woman do you think I am?" And Winston Churchill said, "Well, madam, we've already established that. At this point, we're simply haggling over price." So it's sort of kind of a funny story, obviously. However, I think to me, it dramatically shows a paradigm shift. As you're listening to the story and you're kind of moving along, you suddenly shift from will she spend the night with him to how will she spend the night with him? You know, what is the price? You get to haggling over price mode, which is what I talk about. And so I think it is critical that people stop thinking about if this works, or, whether it works, or something like that, and just simply make this paradigm shift and start thinking about how. Stop worrying about whether she's going to spend the night with Winston and simply say, how much money is it going to take? Get to haggling over price mode. I cannot tell you how many people I encounter who all they want to do is tell me the small little things that they keep thinking of and reasons why things won't work. For example, with ecom. You're going to have returns. What do you do about that? You're going to have to talk to a customer. What do you do about that? As if these are, sort of bad things and kind of making everything out to be a scam then. Of course it doesn't work, because, that's called running a business, folks. Stop worrying about the if. This works, okay? There are plenty of people making a living full-time online. You don't have to worry about if, all right? Doesn't mean that that particular warrior special offer that promises, $1 million overnight by pushing the easy button works, but come on, you guys know what I'm talking about. People who are doing SEM consulting, people who are doing affiliate marketing, people who are doing e-commerce. It's not a matter of if. So get that paradigm shift changed. Stop thinking if, start thinking how. That will get you 80% of the way there. All right, off my soapbox. Our prize today, an iPhone 5. Woohoo! Which I have and is an amazing device. Our winner today is Mark. And Mark, that is your email address. I've blurred out 2 of the letters, but you should be able to recognize it. Please contact us, and certainly we will reach out and contact you. All right, that's day 2 in the books. I'll see you guys tomorrow.